What's up, sunshine? Welcome to CNN 10, the best 10 minutes in news. Happy Friday Eve. It's Thursday, March 7th. Let's make it a random thought Thursday, shall we? Did you know that the name for a group of squids is shoal? But shouldn't the collective noun for squid be squad? Much better. I love my squad, my CNN 10 family. Hope you're having a wonderful day. We start by heading to one of the most contested regions in the world, the South China Sea. This area of the Pacific Ocean is home to Asia's main shipping lane, with more than $3 trillion in trade passing through every year. That's according to the Center for Strategic and International Studies. For decades, China has expressed a claim of authority over a bulk of the sea, but neighboring countries have continually disputed this claim. The Philippines even brought its case to an international tribunal, which in 2016 ruled that China had no legal basis to its claim. China refuses to accept this ruling. So why is this important to the rest of the world? Well, Philippines is a mutual defense ally of the United States, for example. So ongoing tensions in the South China Sea raise concerns about a potential global conflict arising from these disputed waters. CNN recently embedded with the Philippine Coast Guard and witnessed a confrontation with Chinese ships. Here's CNN's Ivan Watson with more.
It is just after sunrise, and as you may see, there is a large Chinese Coast Guard ship directly in front of this Philippines Coast Guard vessel. And we've been watching this over the course of the last hour. These are supposed to be international waterways with free passage. I'm aboard this Philippines Coast Guard ship that was part of a convoy of 4 vessels that were headed towards a place called the Second Thomas Shoal. And before dawn, all of a sudden, these Philippines ships were swarmed by much larger and many more Chinese ships. There are more off to our port bow. These are not marked like the Chinese Coast Guard ships, but they're clearly operating with them and operating in very close proximity to this Philippines Coast Guard ship. In fact, I've seen them in the past cutting this off, and what they've succeeded in doing is not only pretty much stopping our ship in its tracks, but it has separated this ship from the other boats in the Philippines convoy, which included 2 small resupply vessels that were trying to get to the Second Thomas Shoal. Now, part of what is at play here is a territorial dispute. That shoal, the Philippines claims, is part of its economic exclusion zone. China, though it is much further geographically from this area, claims it for itself and clearly tries to stop Philippine ships from getting to it. We're completely encircled by a fleet of Chinese ships, at least 14 that I've counted. And moments ago, the Chinese Coast Guard ships were blasting a Philippines resupply vessel with water cannons. It is clearly, by swarming this ship, a show of force and a show of intimidation, and it is physically stopping vessels from another country from being able to move forward through this international waterway.
Pop quiz hot shot. Which country became the second independent nation in the Americas after the United States? Mexico, Haiti, Canada, or Puerto Rico? If you said Haiti, you are correct. Between 1791 and 1804, freed and enslaved Africans waged the Haitian Revolution, resulting in an independent country free from French rule. Our next story takes us to Haiti. The United Nations has tracked waves of crime and unrest across the country ever since the assassination of its former president, Jovenel Moise, back in 2021. Ever since, societal conditions in the Caribbean country have deteriorated, with anti-government protests increasing and many Haitians calling for a general election to install new leadership. But Prime Minister Ariel Henry, who came to power after a power-sharing agreement was brokered in 2022, says he can't step down until the country is secure enough to hold an election. Meanwhile, gangs control nearly 80% of Port-au-Prince, Haiti's capital, and are fighting for more control, according to the UN. A recent surge of coordinated attacks featured armed groups burning down police stations and freeing prisoners while the prime minister traveled out of the country. These latest attacks prompted Haiti's government to declare a state of emergency as 15,000 people were forced to flee their homes, adding to the more than 300,000 people already displaced by gang violence. This is just a brief high-level view of what's going on in Haiti, so let's go to our David Culver, who has witnessed this situation firsthand.
So we're like a block away?
Yeah.
It's as close as we can get driving, so we layer up and walk.
Oh yeah. You can already smell it. Wow, look at people just still making their commute as tires are burning right in the middle of the street here.
No police barricade, no firefighters, most seemingly unfazed. These flames have been burning for several hours. Haiti has been engulfed in turmoil for years.
We don't have a home to live in, we don't have food to eat. That's what they're shouting.
Many here now fear their country is on the brink of exploding.
Does it feel safe right now?
No.
It doesn't.
No, doesn't say. My country is broken right now.
These folks blame the current government and Prime Minister Ariel Henry, appointed following the assassination of President Jovenel Moïse in 2021. They want Henry to go, but he says he's not yet ready to step down. This as panicked street shootouts like this one have become a near daily occurrence. It's often a clash between police and the gangs, which have essentially taken Haiti hostage. Many residents now living behind barricades.
This is not the gangs doing this. This is the folks that live in these neighborhoods who are putting these up to prevent gangs from coming in and kidnapping.
Using whatever might stop or slow the kidnappers. Efforts to protect families and preserve innocence. In recent months, gangs have seized more and more control over this country, including the roads leading to Port-au-Prince. Officials estimate that gangs now control as much as 80% of the capital. Even the U.S. Embassy and International Airport are mostly surrounded by rival gang territories. It's led the Haitian National Police to create an undercover unit. We go with them to the front lines.
This unit actually goes into gang areas, looks for gang members, and fights them. And you can see they're getting ready.
Yes, our drivers all geared up now, ready for potential gunfire to come our way. Stay away from the windows as we come in here. They describe this as the last defensive point, and beyond here is what they consider to be their front lines.
From here, you can see the battlefield. No signs of any suspected gang members, for now. Police are not the only ones trying to gain the upper hand here. In a fractured state, alternatives to the gangs and government surface. We're headed to meet a commander of BSAP, Haiti's armed environmental protection agency that has splintered from the Henry government, challenging its legitimacy. We pull up to a gated compound. The man in the purple shirt leads us in. He then changes into his BSAP uniform. It's the commander. He's in hiding from police. His message echoes the anti-government protester.
Toute révolution.
He flexes BSAP's strength in numbers and its potential to help bring stability. But when it comes to his own family,
You mentioned you have 4 kids. What do you think their future is in this country?
he fears their future is best served leaving Haiti.
The question that no doubt people in the U.S. will ask is, well, why should we help?
Well, there are 2 reasons why you need to help. First of all, it's on humanitarian grounds. But then there's also our own self-interest in the U.S. So the longer you wait to act on Haiti, the more migrants there will be on our southern border. It's that simple.
For today's story, getting a 10 out of 10, they see me rolling. Tumbleweeds taking over the city of Eagle Mountain in Utah. Look at this. It looks like a scene you might see in Fortnite. Blizzards and high winds in the western U.S. have prompted tumbleweeds to swarm roads, houses, vehicles. Local authorities are calling this windstorm a tumble-mageddon. Thanks for rolling with me today. Let's take some great energy into the day and finish up strong tomorrow. I want to show some love today. Redwood Valley Middle School in Redwood Falls, Minnesota. Keep soaring to great heights, Cardinals. And this shout out goes to the Chargers at Pearl City High School on the island of Oahu in Hawaii. Aloha. Have an awesome day, y'all. I'm Coy Wire, and I'll see you tomorrow.